Hey YouTube, Jam here. Welcome back to the gaming station. So we're doing another podcast today, and today we got Runs on Water on the line. What's going on, Runs on Water?
Not much. Just a bit rainy here.
Well, that's what happens over there, right? Oh, it always rains.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know who Runs on Water is, he's a live streamer slash trick shotter, and he's got close to 1.7k subs on his main channel, and he also has a second channel where he does just live streaming, called Runs on Water Live. Highly recommend going and check him out for the variety of content, and he's a super good live streamer.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So I got a handful of questions for you, so we'll work our way through those. And again, thanks for coming on because I appreciate it.
Nah, thank you. It'll be fun.
All right. So we'll start with the first question. When and why did you start YouTube?
I started it, I think it was a year and 10 months ago, so yeah, almost 2 years. 2 years in December. I started it because really I got inspired by this Clash Royale YouTuber called Molt. You might have heard of him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, 2.5 million subs or something.
he's just a little guy.
Yeah. I started off with doing like Clash Royale videos along those lines, because that's what inspired me for the channel. Which was good at the start, but then once Brawl Stars came out, I just really enjoyed that.
Cool. All right, so yeah, Molt was a inspiration. I remember the first time I saw Molt. I was actually just waiting for my car to warm up when I was leaving work. I had just gotten into Clash Royale and I started watching him, and I like absorbed all his content for a really long time.
Yeah, it's really fun when he made his content back then. He's getting quite annoyed at the game actually, which is fair. It hasn't the last couple of years, but yeah, he was good.
Yeah, it's definitely been like the same game for a long time, and I don't blame him for getting annoyed, but that's also the reason why I stopped watching him. Just no offense, but like the negativity that comes from it, it's not enjoyable for me to watch. Plus, also I got bored of Clash Royale, so I just moved on.
Yeah, kind of me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still have friends who play it, but I don't understand how they play it, Especially when all they do is complain when they play.
I mean, I like to switch the content up that I do on Clash Royale, like doing a level 1 because that's a new challenge altogether.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's...
Yeah, that's such an uphill fight in Clash Royale when you're level 1. Like it's one thing in Brawl Stars, but you can also get carried by teammates. In Clash Royale, it's a whole nother beast because you're going up because the level scaling in that game is so much greater.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's so much more pay to win as well in Clash Royale.
Right.
Because I worked out the other day that it takes 14 years of playing every single day, winning every single challenge to max out without paying.
Yep, and that's just right now, and they're releasing 2 more cards this month from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So obviously the more cards they release, the higher, the longer it's gonna take to max everything out. All right. We'll move on to the next question. Do you prefer live streaming or do you like video on demand better?
It really depends. It's fun sometimes, but in others I just get really annoyed at the game, and when it comes across into live stream, it can put some people off. And it's also quite tiring actually as well when I'm live streaming. Like when I did that 10-hour live stream, that was ridiculous. Oh, so exhausted.
Yeah.
I took it very seriously. I didn't even hardly took my hands off the game. I never left that chair for 10 hours.
Yeah, I just started live streaming, and that's one thing that's like nuts to me is like 10 hours. Like just a Saturday, like I was having a good time live streaming, but after an hour I was watching the clock like, all right, what time is it? And sitting there for 10 hours, man, that's insane. Like I know people do 24-hour streams, so that was just exhausting for you, just that 10-hour live stream there.
Yeah, really exhausting, and honestly for the next few days I felt really sick. I really don't recommend.
Yeah, just being hunched over looking at the screen nonstop like that.
Oh yeah.
What did your watch time look like after that though?
Oh, I think it was 200 hours of watch time.
That's a good chunk of watch time right there though, for sure.
It is, yeah. Just 20 of those streams can get monetized.
Here's the long-term question though. Do you think it was worth it?
Yeah, because I can always look back on it and know, yes, I did that. I'll take it.
Yep. Would you consider doing it again for any reason?
I will consider a 24-hour live stream for hitting 2,000 subs.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah, it'd be a big one.
Yeah,
it'll be a while to get there.
24-hour live stream though. That's gonna be a rough one. 10 hours was bad enough, right?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a little more entertaining this time.
All right. So we'll move on to the next one. What's your favorite type of video to make? Like as far as video on demand goes.
Probably trick shots. They take a lot of time. I just uploaded one. But they take maybe a week, maybe even 2 weeks to make them, because it's not the edit that takes that long. Mostly getting the trick shots. I'll spend 3 hours every day for 10 days, which is 30 hours of playing just to get enough trick shots for one video. And if you're at high trophies, it's just a lot harder. But I'd probably say enjoy looking back on montages I've made, because I actually really enjoy them myself. And the music on them is great. So I would probably say trick shot videos.
Yeah, I've only done one trick shot video myself, and it was actually a collab with this guy Landcroc, and it took me I probably tried for, I think it was 3 or 4 days to get a handful of trick shots. I think I had 3 that were actually usable. And I was so frustrated the entire time I was playing them. I actually didn't even enjoy playing it, so I don't know if I'll do one again. I mean, the video came out nice, and I was able to get clips other than just trick shots that I was able to splice in to pad out the watch time a little bit. So I used a lot of his trick shots that he had saved up, and I used the couple I had, and then I used like team wipes and stuff to also pad out the plays.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put in a couple if Mortis especially, but a lot of the time it's just grinding out trick shots.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not great at it, and I don't know if I'll ever do one again, personally.
Yeah, you've got to enjoy it, really.
Okay, so this one's gonna be just specifically for us YouTubers. It's a new concept that's on YouTube, YouTube Shorts. Now, I put one out the other day, and I seen that you did one on a glitch that you found in Brawl Ball. What was your experience with that? Do you think it's worth doing? Did your views take off on it more than normal, or was it just like your average view count?
No, this is a tricky one, really, because I know a couple Brawl Stars YouTubers like TechnoPig. He had a 33,000 view short.
Wow.
For Brawl Stars, which is huge. He had 1.7 thousand, same as me beforehand. Now he's got 2.5 thousand subscribers. It's very lucky, I think, the way they do it. It randomly pushes them out. It's got nothing to do with content you make, nothing to do with how many subs you make. So, is it really worth it? I don't know.
Yeah, because the one I did right now, I think it's sitting around 30 views. So I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just my average. You know what I mean? So because I only got 180 subs. I think I was at 180 this morning.
Yeah. I mean, my one got 230 or something, and I probably average around about 300. So it's not that much better. Yeah,
so if you get lucky, it'll bring more traffic to your. That was the whole idea I had, just doing like one a week and seeing if it would if it would land up in the algorithm and then bring some eyeballs to my channel. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. It doesn't really harm your channel. I don't really think so, but I wouldn't recommend posting 2 videos on the same day. Even if it's one of them is a short, it mucks up your notifications for your channel. Which is a problem with live stream. It does that occasionally as well.
Right. I actually live stream just for my subscribers personally. Like, the whole reason I started was just to engage with them a little bit more. Because obviously, like, I'm not a great player. I'm not trying to show off like how I'm playing. You know what I mean? The whole reason I started live streaming was so people jump in the chat and I could hang out and talk with them one-on-one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good fun, dude.
Yep.
Honestly, I like to do at least 1 or 2 streams a week.
Yeah. As far as shorts, another drawback I see about it is it affects your watch time negatively, because right now they lump everything together between live streams, shorts, and your video on demand. So shorts are gonna obviously in nature have less watch time because they're up to 60 seconds long. So while your retention is going to be good, the best watch time you're going to get is 100% at 60 seconds, which, if you're like me and you do 25-minute long videos on an average basis, your watch time is going to tank from that.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to do 15 videos as well, but I would find that pretty much no one would watch any more than 10 minutes through my video. Which is why I started doing shorter videos as well. But yeah, I get where you're coming from here. That's why I like streaming a lot, because watch time is just so much better.
Yeah, it helps average it out a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We already kind of touched on this a little bit, but do you struggle with trick shots a lot?
Well, I think it's practice and getting lucky. To trick shot your opponent, really.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. For most trick shots, you can't really outsmart them. Everyone's seen do those trick shots before. They know it's possible. They're always going to keep an eye out for it. But I would say the more you practice, the easier it will get. Gotta get lucky most of the time as well.
Yeah, so it depends on, once you get used to actually like lining up your shots, it really just depends on your opponent's positioning after that.
Absolutely.
Yep. So what's the best way to improve with trick shots, and what are the best brawlers for them?
Best way to improve trick shots, I would recommend actually going into a bots lobby and practice. Or even actually, now that you can turn off bots, I would take a brawler like either Daryl, or a couple of brawlers that charge like Max, that charge this super automatic, and go in with no bots at all, and just practice bouncing off walls by yourself with no other bots there, because then you'll have no disturbance. You'll be able to see how the ball bounces. You'll be able to get a bit better at practice.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And
yeah, that wasn't a very it's a very whereas if it was there before I started, then that easier.
Yeah, you might want to keep one bot on just in case like you want to like practice shooting around somebody too.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea.
Yep. And that also allows you to charge your super if you're playing a brawler that isn't passively charging. And then as far as the best brawlers for it, like in general, like when you're actually in a match, who do you think?
I would probably say I like playing brawlers that either have teleport ability or have like a fast dashing. Like I'll play 8-bit Surge, Matt, and Mortis, because they can all juke other opponents very easily. 8-bit, if you throw down that turret and then you bounce off the wall when the turret's on the other side of the wall and teleport, then that's always a cool trick shot to do.
Yeah.
But then you got same with Max, Shelly. They both have the same dash ability, but Max is a little bit better because of her immune ability when she's dashing, which means that you can dash into a Shelly super and get a trick shot around her, which is always great to do. But Mortis is probably the best because he can set up trick shots very easily because of his ability to dash all over the map, especially if you have his second gadget.
Right, for sure. Yeah, because he can get up the map a lot quicker. So basically you prefer people that have dashing abilities and teleports?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, how about Brock? How do you feel about Brock?
He's good, yeah. His jumping ability can knock some brawlers back, which makes it a little bit easier to trick shot, but his health is a little bit too low. It's 3,000, which is, 3 shots from...
Right, yeah, he's on the lower side of HP.
Exactly, which makes it a little bit harder to trick shot, which is why actually I've done a lot of trick shots with Frank. I mean, I love Frank in general. But because of his amount of HP, I can just sit there lining the shot up for as long as...
Yeah, waiting for everybody to move and get your perfect shot, and you can just sponge up all that damage. Unfortunately, you're feeding super while you do that, so it's not like the most team-friendly idea, but if you're...
Suit me afterwards.
I was playing with one guy, and he was sitting there doing it, and I was raging, like, come on, dude, just shoot the damn ball. Let's go. All right. So now we're just going to touch on your other channel real quick. Row Live. So why did you start the Row Live channel? Just curious.
I wanted to make a second channel for more content, when I started doing trick shots on pretty much my main channel, because I was only posting maybe a video a week before I added in live streaming again, because I live streamed for a bit on my main channel, then I stopped, did trick shots, and then I started live streaming again. But before I started live streaming again, I thought I want to make a second channel so my subscribers can see what I'm up to the rest of practice, and I can interact with them more like you all the time, whenever you. So that's kind of the idea, to give them a little bit more content while they're waiting for a better video on the main channel.
Makes sense. Do you find that a lot of people have moved over from your main channel to Row Live?
I don't really think so, no. I'm actually starting to get a few new subscribers that don't know about my main channel and my second channel now, which is great.
Oh, that's cool.
Mostly because of Among Us, because Among Us is big.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely pull people in.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's taking them away from the main, no. Because it's totally different content, second channel. So if they ever liked the content of my main channel, they'll still keep on liking it. It's not going to change how they feel about my content.
Right. Now, how do you decide? Which channel you just want to live stream? Is just if you're live streaming Brawl Stars, are you going right to just runs on water, or if it's another game, it goes to Row Live?
Yeah, I mean, it depends really on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling confident, I'll do Brawl Stars on the main channel. Because I enjoy it, but sometimes I just want to have a few fewer viewers, so that I can get more personal, get on a closer level. Because when you're live streaming on the main channel, there's got, I don't know, between 10 and 20 people watching at once, and there's so many comments sometimes that you'll occasionally miss one or two, and then some people get upset, so that's why, and you don't really get to interact. Like you'll maybe answer one or two of their questions, but then you'll miss the next question they ask. Whereas on my second fewer viewers, it's a lot better.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't have that problem yet because I think I average.
You will do.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying personally, I don't have that problem yet. Because right now I think I average about 6 viewers. So it's not too hard to take my eye off the game real quick and try to skim through the quick comment real quick. But I totally get what you're saying. Like, I can't imagine how actual other live streamers over on Twitch. I can't imagine how they juggle 300 viewers at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time they can't. Read comments that stand out to them more. But I haven't had anyone comment out that's above 50 viewers before. Which kind of shows you that, you kind of feel left out when you're watching bigger Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Which is why I like watching our content creators in general. I did a collab with Joshy Stars back when he had fewer subs than I did. And I'll drop a comment in his trick shot video, and now he's got 9,000 subscribers. I'll drop a comment on his newest video, and he won't even see it. He won't even heart it or anything. And it's that kind of thing. So I kind of knew him before, but now it's just he's kind of rejected.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's just what happens, really.
It's the nature of the beast, though. It's it's impossible to keep up with everything, especially nowadays. That's another problem I don't have yet personally, because my comments. I mean, I'll average 30 to 40 comments on a video, which is great for my viewership. That engagement is amazing, and I reply to every single one of them personally. But
yeah,
after a while, you can't keep up with them.
I don't think I've ever missed a comment, not purposefully, on my channel at all. I always spend as long as I need to going through all of them, because I really appreciate every single one of my viewers watching my content, and I'm always hoping that they enjoy it too, which is kind of the main reason I started my channel, to be honest, because I wanted viewers to enjoy my content. Maybe they could take some time out of their day to just get away from everything that's going on and just have a break in the world of whatever game I'm playing.
Yep. That's a great reason. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is the people that are actually watching your videos. It ain't about you trying to get big or whatever, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I say it all the time. I started this channel because, I played play video games, and I was kind of bored, and I just wanted to try to make a community about something that we all have in common. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually personally quite enjoy your live stream, especially.
Yeah.
Because your action is great. The commentary is pretty.
Thanks. I always feel like I have super weak commentary, but that's just me personally.
No, actually, I find it very relaxing. You've got a nice voice to listen to.
Ah, thank you. All right. So actually, that's all my questions for now. You got any closing thoughts before we wrap anything up?
I would probably say, if you have a channel and you're creating content, make sure that you are enjoying it mostly, because if you're doing something just because of, I don't know, you want the views, or just because you think you need to, don't. That's not really the point. I mean, very few of us will ever make careers out of it. Like, it's a very, very small percentage. So make sure that you're enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's actually something I've been struggling with recently, because like, you want to grow, you want to catch fire, obviously, but like at the same time, if you're not liking the videos you're making and they're not working, then there's no point in doing them. So like my trick shots and my montage videos, well, I shouldn't say trick shots because I don't do trick shots, but my montage videos haven't been doing great, but they get views. But at the same time, like, I look at the stats on it and I'm like, I don't want to do these anymore. So I recently, just like 2 weeks ago, I decided I don't want to do montages that way anymore. So what I've been trying to do is I want to try to commentate a little bit and try to make it like a montage for like the parts that have weak commentary, cut the audio and just leave the music playing, and then, you know, throw my commentary in at the same time.
Yeah, and that's a great idea.
Oh, go ahead.
That's a great idea, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's if you're getting views for something that, you know, you just takes a little bit too much time out of your day. I mean, in the end, you're putting videos up on a website that, you know, a few people will see that you probably want. You should really be spending more time if you're not enjoying it. If you should be spending more time reality. Honestly, something I've struggled with.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, sometimes you land up rejecting friends for something you need to do in a game. Maybe you're trying to reach a goal in something, but really, you should you know, get in touch more with reality. It's just something to keep an eye on, really.
Yep, totally agree with that too. You got to have a healthy work life with it too. Because I could sit up here for 10 hours a day working on a YouTube video, but at the same time, I'm also working a full-time job, and I got a wife I got to actually pay attention to, because sometimes she gets annoyed with me. You know?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to wrap it up now. So I want to thank you again for coming on the channel. Really appreciate it. You taking your time out of your day, and, you know, trying to link up the 6-hour time difference between us was a little rough, but we worked it out. So I really appreciate it, man.
I enjoyed it. It was brilliant.
All right. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.